Hello there everyone and welcome to the channel. In today's video I'm going to try to explain why the Empire lost at the Battle of Endor after Palpatine's death. I mean, I know the Emperor had died, but there's still an entire fleet there. Couldn't they have just stopped the alliance? This is what I will be answering in today's video. As always, the information in my videos does not come from canon. Instead, it comes from the Legends timeline, so it might not apply to Disney's timeline. It's the superior timeline in my opinion. It has more answers to questions and treats characters better. With that being said, let's get into the video. The Battle of Endor was a crucial part in the war between the Empire and the Alliance. As I'm sure you know, the Rebel Alliance had discovered that the Empire was building another Death Star. They believed that it was unfinished and harmless. They had also heard that the Empire had spread its fleet across the galaxy, so a majority of Star Destroyers wouldn't be protecting the Death Star. Not only that, they found out that Emperor Palpatine himself was going to be on board the Death Star. The Alliance leaders had formulated a plan to take down the Death Star, Emperor Palpatine, and deal a crucial blow to the Empire as a whole. Unbeknownst to them, this was all a trap set up by the Empire to not only destroy the Rebel Alliance, but to turn Luke Skywalker and make him his new apprentice. Both thought that their plans were foolproof, and that nothing could go wrong. Both of them were wrong. As it turns out, the Empire had 33 Star Destroyers waiting for the Rebel fleet when they attacked, and the 501st Legion was on Endor waiting for the Rebels in case they tried to deactivate the shield. Now I'm sure you know Luke did not turn to the dark side, despite Palpatine's efforts. Luke remained in the light, and Han Solo, Chewbacca, Princess Leia, and the others were able to deactivate the shield so the Rebel fleet could blow up the Death Star, which they did. Now why did the battle end here? There is still about 30 Star Destroyers and countless TIE fighters flying around. Why was the fleet crushed? In Heir to the Empire, a book written by Timothy Zahn, we get the answer to our question. In the novel, we get to take a look into the mind of Captain Palpatine, who was there at the Battle of Endor. In the time of this novel, he is serving directly under Grand Admiral Thrawn. I'm going to read you the passage. It's pretty insightful. Even after 5 years, Palpatine couldn't help but wince at the memory of that image. The Executor, out of control, colliding with the unfinished Death Star, and then disintegrating completely into the battle station's massive explosion. The loss of the ship itself had been bad enough, but the fact that it was the Executor made it far worse. That particular Super Star Destroyer had been Darth Vader's personal ship, and despite the Dark Lord's legendary and often lethal capriciousness, serving aboard it had often been perceived as a quick line to a promotion. Which meant that when the Executor died, so also did a disproportionate fraction of the best young, mid-level officers and crewers. The fleet had never recovered from that fiasco. With the Executor's leadership gone, the battle had quickly turned into a confused rout, with several other Star Destroyers being lost before the order to withdraw had finally been given. Palpatine himself, taking command when the Chimera's former captain was killed, had done what he could to hold things together, but despite his best efforts, they had never regained the initiative against the rebels. So as we can see, it was not only the destruction of the Death Star, but the destruction of the Executor that was the reason for the Empire's loss. A little bit later in the book, Palpatine says he often wonders what would have happened if Thrawn had been in control instead of Vader, which we know Vader wasn't in control of the ship at the time. It's still interesting to think about what could have happened if Thrawn had been in charge of the Executor. In my opinion, the ship wouldn't have crashed, and even if the Death Star had been destroyed, Thrawn would have figured out a way to regroup and fight the Rebel Alliance. Now one thing I should mention before I end the video is that some have said that Palpatine was using battle meditation to inspire the troops during the Battle of Endor. I made a video where I talked about battle meditation a little bit ago, but for those of you who don't know, battle meditation is basically where a Jedi or Sith meditates or concentrates in the Force and is able to manipulate the emotions of their fleet or enemy fleets. So basically, when Palpatine died, his fleet lost the courage and fighting spirit that he had been imparting on them through the Force. Now I haven't found a ton of evidence to support this, however, so I'm not 100% sure this is true. If you know more about this, please let me know in the comments down below. So just to summarize, the reason the Imperial fleet lost after the death of the Emperor was because a decent amount of the leaders of the battle, not just Palpatine, were all in one place and died, which caused mass confusion and chaos. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think this is a valid reason? Why or why not? Let me know. And make sure to respectfully let me know if I got anything wrong in this video, whether it be facts or dates or something like that. I would really appreciate it. Now if you made it this far in the video, I want to thank you and ask for your help. I'm trying to get this channel monetized, and to do that I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within 1 year. I would love to continue doing this, and if you've enjoyed this video, hopefully you want me to continue making content as well. If so, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out some of my other videos. Thank you, and see you next time.